The ERTL collection spanned 20 years of production. Characters from the TV show, books, you name it. ERTL had everything. But truly, what was the peak of ERTL? Welcome back to the workshop, everyone, and today we will be covering, in my opinion, ERTL Thomas's peak year of 2001. Thomas's popularity had exploded in the 90s, with merchandise sales being at an all-time high. The establishment of the key toy brands like Playrail, Wooden Railway were in full swing, and ERTL's expansion into the US market in 1989 had been a big hit. By the time of Thomas and the Magic Railroad in 2000, ERTL Thomas had been operating for a solid 15 years, and with a wider market reached by the movie, it was time to improve. So why do I consider 2001 to be the best of the ERTL range? Here's why. A complete overhaul of the major characters in the range was put into motion, and every model would now be refreshed with new paint and detailing. The most major change in my opinion was the reduction of stickers. These had been prone to falling off easily, and now most characters had buffers painted and window detailing. Characters like Gordon, Edward, and Henry received these updates. Also, characters like Donald and Douglas now had their nameplates fully painted, which was nice to see. To complement this, the faces were painted with new schemes that included new eyebrows and eye shines, to give them a more polished appearance. In my opinion, these were the best we got. Gordon looks stunning and Edward does too. These subtle changes didn't have to be done. The faces were already great, but making these tiny changes just makes them all the better. Gotta love ERTL. A minor change that isn't picked up on usually is the plastic change on some releases. Edward and Gordon had always been depicted with a lighter reddish-orange running board, and this created a bit of a discourse when placed all together. With this new refresh, they now shared the same plastic as all of the others, which looks so much cleaner. I also noticed that a general rise in quality over the range was done. The lining on all of my 2001 releases are cleaner, bolder, and much brighter when compared to the 90s releases. I particularly noticed on some models I have customized that the lining tended to be dark and not very well printed on some like Henry and Gordon, so it was nice to see this remedy. To finish these changes off, every model had their production years removed and replaced with 2001, to create a sense of cohesion in the line. This really helps collectors like me to identify what era they're from. Going strong with these changes, we saw new characters released like Smudger, Flying Scotsman, Lorry 1 and the Slate Trucks, along with a new cohesive box design called the blue packaging, which notably people don't seem to like as much. These are very hard to find now, and it took me ages to get the Flying Scotsman for a good price. Very nice model with great painted details, despite being a Gordon repaint. Despite all of these changes, they were very short-lived, as 2001 would prove to be the last international year of the ERTL collection, before being relegated to just the UK in 2002 to 2004. So coming across these can be a little bit difficult. Now, I know what a lot of you may be thinking. The UK exclusive models from 2003 to 4 were some of the best ERTL had, so why aren't they considered the best? I love those models so much, but personally, I think a year with improved models with a much wider range and release internationally is better overall than more detailed models that are harder to find. Not to mention the diecast faces and other issues that I may go into in its own video later. But anyway, I want to hear your thoughts. I feel like this year gets lost between Thomas and the Magic Railroad and the UK releases, so let me know what year you think is the best and why. I would love to hear. Hey guys, just another of my little endnotes here. I just want to say thank you for 1,000 subscribers and the overwhelming support on my last video. I'm a bit sick at the moment, so forgive me if my voice isn't the best for this recording. I also just wanted to say, unfortunately, this will be my last video for a few weeks because I'm going overseas for a month. I'll be active on my community posts, but I'm still looking forward to seeing you again when I get back. Thanks everyone. Bye.